Hello everybody, Mac here. Welcome back to the show. So I realize this video is probably going to have like a really low view count, and I know this is a very niche item among my viewers, but I got this over the weekend and I was just really excited about it. This means a lot to me, and I wanted to open it up, take a look at it, and share it with all of you. This is the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon series Golden Ticket. This is basically like the ticket that the kids used, the party used to get on the Dungeons and Dragons ride that took them into the realm of Dungeons and Dragons in the 1983 cartoon. And it is limited to 1,983 worldwide. That's cute. I like that. I really like that. And then we have the 40th anniversary metal admission ticket. 40 years ago, this cartoon hit the air. Actually, at this point, 41. This just means so much to me. I loved this cartoon. This was one of the few Saturday morning cartoons that like I was genuinely into, because if you've watched the show enough, you've probably heard me talk that I wasn't a big fan of the Masters of the Universe cartoon. I wasn't a big fan of the G.I. Joe cartoon. I watched Saturday morning cartoons, but I didn't think a whole lot of them. This one, however, Dungeons and Dragons, I felt like it didn't talk down to us, and they dealt with some like really serious topics, and I never wanted this show to end. And I am really, really excited about this ticket. As of the time of this recording, I believe there are some of these still available on the Hasbro Pulse website. This is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, so I will leave a link to this in the description below if you're interested in it. Flipping this around on back, we have Dungeons and Dragons the cartoon, once again limited to 1,983 worldwide, heavily embossed design, individually numbered, displays stand included. Then we have the 40th anniversary down here. The only thing that I wish was different about this is that they were doing something like how they do with the Star Wars Kenner line, like how Hasbro will bring out something Star Wars, but it'll be branded Kenner. I really wish this had the TSR logo on it instead of the Wizards of the Coast logo. Like, that's the only thing I think that's missing from it is the old TSR logo. But even the boxing, you can see right here, like, it's still wrapped in plastic, but you can see that there is like some detail. It's not focusing well, but there's like some detail, some texturing to the boxing. Like, it's like fake leather almost. I don't know if you can see that. It is wrapped in plastic, but that's okay, because we're going to cut this open and then we're going to take a look at this. So give me a moment to cut open the plastic and we will take a look at the Hasbro Dungeons and Dragons cartoon 40th anniversary metal admission ticket. Okay, so here we have it out of its packaging, out of its plastic wrap. And while I didn't buy any of the Hasbro figures of the kids, I did buy the Venger and Dungeon Master 2-pack, mainly because I wanted Venger. And that we got this really cool backdrop as part of that Target exclusive 2-pack right there. I also busted out Warduke, because Warduke was in the cartoon. He was only in like one episode, I think, but he was there. So they're all coming out for the unveiling of this. Now, like I said, the box could be used for display in and of itself. I love like this scroll look right here, this faux leather look that it has going on. We took a look on the back of what it says. Once again, really wish there was the TSR logo right there. But the box is not perfect. We got this little tear right here, and this was not done when I cut it open. This was like that when I sliced it. We also have this imperfection right here that kind of chews at me a little bit, but the box isn't what we bought. What we bought is inside, and that is, I've got a golden ticket right here. Look at all this embossed work. I also like this, like, you know, faux velvet casing that they have for it. So let's just pop this right out and take a look at it. So just look at that. Like, there's nothing else to say. Just look at the embossing. Look at like the little bit of a black wash they gave to like the dragon's face right there, just to give it that shadowing. I think that is so cool. This was the end scene. If you never watched the cartoon, this and that backdrop right there was basically the still shot of the credits, that the camera would start on one side and it would slowly pan across. coming up and ending on the dragon's maw with the kids riding the coaster into the realm of Dungeons and Dragons. And the music would play, the credits would roll, you have this like really beautiful like Twilight scene, and then we get over to the dragon. And quite honestly, when I was a kid, it was the only end credits that I stayed to watch, just because I thought the final image, the final painting was so cool. And if they were going to make this ticket, this is 100% the image they needed to use, because this is ingrained into so many of our psyches. Because I really feel like a lot of kids just watched those last credits, just wishing they could visit this theme park. We have Admit 1 down here. We have a bunch of like castle turrets along the bottom. The embossing is fantastic. The reflection is fantastic. It's kind of making it hard to focus, I know, but it looks beautiful. Dungeons and Dragons, the cartoon, because that's really all it was called. It wasn't called anything else. Then we have like the 40th anniversary logo right there. Now we flip this over on the back and we have a fantastic graphic of Venger on his nightmare and DM, Dungeon Master, down here. More embossing with the Dungeons and Dragons logo, more embossing, more like etching where it says the cartoon. And then this right here, this is a cutout with embossing right here that has the 40th anniversary and then has your number, your ticket number on here. I have 111. I don't know if that's focusing in and you can see that, but I have 111. And I like, if it could have been like 11 less and just put me in the bottom 100, that would have been awesome. As it is right now, I'm in the bottom 150. Heck, I'm in the bottom 115. I can deal with that. That's cool. I like that. Let's zoom back out now. So this, like I said, is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, and I will leave a link to that in the description below. I do believe there are still some of these up for sale if you would be into a collectible like this. Oh, and also we got, let's just pull this out. We have our stand right here that it does matter which way it goes together. The first time I tried to put it together was like this, with the main piece on the left and the clip piece on the right, but it doesn't really seem to fit together that well that way, that you actually have to flip them around and go this way so that you get a solid base. I don't know what the difference is, but it fits together, at least on mine, much better this way. That you can set that down. Let's pan the camera down. You can set that down, and then the ticket just goes right there, and you have a display piece. And honestly, I didn't get, like I said, I didn't get any of the Hasbro figures to display with this. I did, however, pre-order the first wave of the Super 7 Ultimates figures, and I can't wait to get those. I think, yeah, the first two of the kids is Sheila and Hank. I can't wait to have them flanking it on either side of this. Then Decion and Shadow Demon. These guys will stand in for a while. I'm really excited about this. I don't know if you can tell, but I am really excited about this. This means a lot to me. This really does. Just like I said at the beginning of the video, the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon was like one of the more smartly written 80s cartoons. Like, I can't talk about it enough. There were times that like it was actually legitimately scary. There was times that they were battling the undead. There were times that people like actually died in it. What they did with Venger and Dungeon Master, especially in like the unaired series finale. If you know about that, you know what I'm talking about. But this looks so cool, especially with the backdrop and then the ticket and then the figures. I can't wait for the Super 7 Ultimates to show up. This is making me even more excited about it. So like I said, if you want one of these, limited to 1,983, I have 111. I don't know how many more were sold, but you can grab one if you want one. Link in the description below. And until next time, my friends, play well, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, thank you for watching.